Previously on Water Rats.
We've had quite a lot. Time to head home. I'll see you at the fun house.
Yeah. See you, Satch.
These arrive for you. Gillian?
Yes. Here they are.
So, things are going quite well.
I take it you don't like things complicated.
No, I guess I don't.
So, would you consider it complicated if we took these into the bedroom?
No, I think I could handle it.
Showers late this evening. Meanwhile, in weather reports from other parts of the globe, the cyclonic front that devastated Central America has weakened and is moving slowly south, causing rain and storms along much of the western seaboard. Heaviest falls have been reported in Chile, around the Longchu Valley and capital, Santiago. Rain is expected to continue over most of the country for the next week, bringing much needed relief to a parched
Rain! You bloody beauty! I want nature! Nature, yes! No, it's all right! It's all right! Shut up!
At the scene, they confirmed that the water taxi is driverless and circling the body, preventing retrieval. They request your assistance.
Yeah, copy that, VKG. We'll get in as close as we can and attempt to board it.
Copy that, Harp. Good luck, Dave. VKG out.
I'll do it.
It's all right. It's my job.
Sexist.
We're talking about a high-speed boat transfer. What's bloody sexist about it?
Nothing, so let me do it.
Why?
I've never been on a water taxi before.
Let's go, John.
Tommy! Get ready to move. If Woodsy misses, she's going to go straight underneath the propellers.
Okay, on the count of three, all right? Wait for my call. Speed up, Andy!
Getting tighter.
Okay, now on the count of three. You ready? Yep. 1, 2, 3, go!
Nemesis, this is the water taxi. Call an ambulance. The driver's still on board and he's being shot.
Copy that, Woodsy.
His name was Spiro, Teddy Spiro.
Does he know who shot him?
Well, we fished a dead woman out of the harbour. Good chance it'd be her.
Does he know why? Any sign of robbery?
Oh, he had a cash box. Mainly credit cards, vouchers, not much cash. I don't think it'd been touched, same as his wallet.
You okay?
Yeah, really glad he didn't miss her.
You should go out and have a few tonight. You deserve it.
Yeah, you're right. Drinks are on me all night.
Got it. Thanks, bye. Taxi belongs to a bloke called Chow Yun Woo. Apparently Teddy Spiro's been driving with him for about a year. No troubles, though.
Any idea on the woman?
No, McCall said she's old.
What do you mean old? How old?
Like old, like someone's granny old.
Guys, there's the rest of her. Daphne Potter.
Phew, Daphne Potter's got a record as long as your arm. Look at this. Fraud, petty theft, shoplifting, it goes on.
Yeah, but last offence, 1974.
Last recorded offence.
It was all petty stuff. I mean, it's nothing major. Why would you join the big league at 66?
Oh, I don't know. For the thrill of it, I guess.
Hospital reckons Teddy Spiro's fit to talk.
You're kidding, after being shot at point-blank range?
Well, the wound's not that serious. Must have been something wrong with the gun.
Must have been.
What's that?
It's Daphne Potter. I'll handle it. You go and talk to Spiro.
All right, you give us a hoy when ballistics comes through.
Yep. Hey, have you got anything else on her?
Oh, just that she was on her way to Bantry Bay and she'd organised for a community bus to pick her up at 11:30 and take her home.
Oh, what's home for her?
Oh, yes, the Pines Retirement Village.
The Pines. Why do they always call retirement villages the Pines?
Don't know.
Never get the Pines.
What on earth could have made her do such a thing?
I don't know.
Miss Potter was a tower of strength, a Christian woman, devout. You knew she'd been a nun.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yes, in Africa. She used to tell us stories for hours. The Miss Potter we knew, detective, never could have done such a thing. Are you sure this man, what was his name?
Teddy Spiro?
Are you sure he didn't attack her? Perhaps it happened in self-defence.
So I turn around and she's got a gun pointed at me. So I run at her and the gun goes off as I hit her and she goes overboard. Is she all right?
She's dead.
How?
A water taxi ran her over.
Oh, no.
Look, did you know her?
No. No, she was a passenger. How come I'm not dead?
Apparently oil had got into the powder and reduced the charge. Ballistics reckon if you'd been another 10 metres further away, the bullet wouldn't even have reached you.
I'll be buggered.
Look, the doctor, he reckons you can go home in a few hours, so, what do you say we take this up tomorrow morning, eh?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. My wife and my little boy are staying at Mum's house. I've left the number. Would you mind calling him? Just let him know I'm okay.
Yeah, not a problem. You know, this was an accident. It wasn't your fault.
Look, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, Miss Busby, but Daphne Potter, she was no stranger to the police station. I mean, all this stuff, it's probably stolen.
I don't believe that.
Well, if it's not, nuns have one hell of a super package, it's for sure. Got Cameron Treby.
One of our residents.
Uh-huh. Emma Donaldson. Kath Miller. Shirley Drill. They all residents? Look, are you sure you don't know Teddy Spiro?
No.
Okay. Bullets.
We all thought she was so good.
Do you know where she went on her monthly excursions?
To visit her grandson. I used to drive her.
Right, you don't know his name, do you, so we can identify the body?
Oh, yes, of course. Celino, I think. She just called him Huey. Miss Potter was so pleased he'd been released.
Released? Released from where?
Until a fortnight ago, Mr. Celino was in Long Bay Jail.
Right.
You know, Daphne Potter flogged something from everyone in that entire retirement village. You should have seen her room.
Must have been a pretty good con woman.
You're not wrong. Half of them still believe that she's a nun. How's Teddy Spiro?
They're pretty shaken up. Reckons it's his fault she's dead. Says he's got no idea why she pulled the gun on him.
Well, maybe our grandson will know. Chances are they're pretty similar. He's just done 3 years for break and enter. Look where he scores a job. A weakness for appliances must run in the family.
Huey Salino, I'm Detective Frank Holloway, Sydney Water Police, I'm afraid. What are you doing? We just come to give you some news. Why are you trying to run us over?
What news?
Early this morning, your grandmother passed away.
No. Granny. My granny. Used to play with this as a kid. Cops and robbers. Granny take the bullets out for me.
So you confirm it's Daphne Potter's gun?
Well, I belonged to Spider before her.
Who?
Spider Farrell. He was a sort of an uncle. Well, Granny used to screw him. Yeah, she got his gun after he disappeared. Listen, Pete. That's a family heirloom.
Take a wild guess.
Teddy Spiro reckons he's never seen your granny before. Now, why did she try and kill him?
I'm stuffed if I know.
Well, why was she going to Bantry Bay, and why did she take a water taxi?
I'm stuffed if I know.
What about the gun?
Be stuffed if I know.
It hadn't been fired in years. Why'd she take it with her?
What am I, a bloody mind reader?
I am. Look, I'll show you. Oh, yeah, I'm getting vibrations.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you and Daphne Potter, you had a scam worked out. That's what all those visits to hospital were about. When you got out, you were going to get stuff, and she was going to move it for you.
That's crap.
Her room was packed with appliances. Now, I reckon a check of the serial numbers show they came from your warehouse.
You're in it deep, Huey. They're going to get RSI writing up the charges against you. Now, did Teddy Spiro know about your scam? How did he know? And did you sool your granny onto him?
I'm stuffed if I know. So who's organising the funeral?
Stuffed if I know.
When is it?
Stuffed if I know.
Where is it?
Stuffed if I know.
Look, I don't know Teddy Spiro. On Granny's grave, I swear on. I never heard of it. What about the funeral?
Retirement Village is organising at 11:30 tomorrow, Western Suburbs Crematorium, OK?
Well, I want to go.
You'll have to make an application to the governor at the remand centre. You never know, you might get lucky. There you go, boys. Come on, Sunshine. Let's go.
Dead end.
Yep, back to Teddy Spiro.
That's my wife, Jenny. My son, Marnie.
Yeah, we spoke yesterday. Thanks for calling me.
That's not a problem.
Well, I'm going to get my stuff, unless you need me as well.
No, just your husband.
So, how you feeling?
Yeah, fine. All right. Oh, not that good, really. Jenny and Marty came over last night. It was nice to see them.
Right, so you separated?
Yeah. Well, we're working it out. We love each other. A few hiccups can't change that. Look, I've been thinking yesterday you said that this wasn't my fault. Is that still right, or am I in trouble?
No, I doubt that. Look, are you sure you didn't know Daphne Potter now? Take your time.
No. Really? I've never seen her before.
Well, might you met her a long time ago, like when you were a kid or something?
Look, I'd remember. Got a good memory for faces.
Yeah? Well, tell me, you recognise any of these people?
No.
No?
No.
Does the name Huey Salino ring a bell?
Sorry. Should it?
Well, there's got to be a reason why Daphne Potter tried to kill you. I mean, what exactly did she say to you?
She asked me to take her to Bantry Bay. Didn't even ask how much it was going to cost.
And when she pulled the gun, did she ask for money? You sure? That's it?
Yeah. And then after that, I ran at her and she went overboard.
And could you be working for someone else? I mean, do you know anyone who wants you dead?
Sorry to interrupt. I gotta go. Are you gonna see us off?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
coming over.
Silly.
Bye, baby. Get inside. The weather's on the radio. I'll see us.
See you, Teddy.
How long have you been separated? About 6 months. Oh, yeah. How come? Teddy's going to make a fortune in ostriches.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. And he's got investment prospects in plastics. He's on the ground floor of some pyramid selling scheme. Teddy's going to be rich. Oh, how long's he been telling you this for? Till we went bankrupt. Look, he's a sweetie, he really is, but he put all of his money into every scheme under the sun. He couldn't help himself.
How do you mean?
He wanted us to have everything. I mean, I didn't care if we were rich or not, but you couldn't tell him that. The more he lost, the stronger it got. In the end, it was like some sort of disease.
So you left him?
It was the best thing I could do. Look, before you go, do you know Daphne Potter? Forget it. Teddy dies, I get nothing. He doesn't own anything. He doesn't even have a will. Why would I want him dead? She still loves him.
Like hell she does.
She does.
What?
What? Hey, let's go to Daphne Potter's funeral, see what we can get.
So what do you say? You going in?
Just give it a couple of minutes.
No one's coming.
Well, somebody will. The retirement village. Oh, you're not going?
Look, we only came to see who'd turn up.
You can't. You got to speak for her, give her a send-off.
Yeah, well, you're a grandson.
I won't get through it. I won't. Look, there's nobody here. Please?
Above all, Daphne Potter was, a chameleon. I didn't really know her well, but I think it's pretty safe to say that nobody did, save for her grandson, Huey. Daphne visited Huey regularly in the last years of her life, and they formed a very strong bond. To show his affection, Huey, he lavished his grandmother with, electrical appliances. Typically, she passed these on to others, at a substantial discount. Daphne Potter, she was never known for any great love of the ocean, so it comes as the ultimate irony that she was taken out by a water taxi. But then again, that was Daphne Potter. She was unpredictable, colourful, and in the end, she was full of surprises. I only wish that I, and I'm sure I speak for several colleagues, had a chance to have a long chat with Daphne before her final demise.
Let us pray.
It's a nice service. She would have loved it. Thanks. Hey, I mean it.
Look, your car's waiting, Huey.
Oh, no, keep it.
Got it. Come on.
No one could have foreseen she'd be taken from this world by a water taxi.
Look, you improvise something better.
According to the autopsy report, she had a pacemaker. Blew up in the oven.
Why the hell didn't they just take it out?
Oh, I don't know. These things happen. Someone stuffed up.
She didn't just need a pacemaker. She needed major heart surgery. I chatted to the doctor from the retirement village, and she needed an operation badly. In the public system, she would have been waiting months.
Why didn't you go to a private hospital?
She couldn't afford it. She didn't have insurance.
Right. Well, you better let Rachel know.
So, she needed money for the operation, and she needed it quick.
And that explains the appliance scam.
That works for me.
It doesn't explain Teddy's bureau. I checked his finances. Well, his wife was telling the truth. He went bankrupt about 2 years ago. He was meeting payments to his creditors, but that was about it.
Well, maybe he owed Daphne Potter money, she needed it, and he wasn't paying.
We've got no evidence they actually knew each other.
And Daphne Potter couldn't gain by knocking him off.
Look, you know me. I'm all for tying up loose ends, but I can't help but feel it's a waste of time. Spiro's alive, Potter's dead. We've got all the appliances. I mean, it's a good day's work.
Yeah. Look, let's write it off. Mark it down to senility.
Suits me.
Right. What's next?
And if we never meet again, you know I'll always love you, baby. And if we never meet again, you know I'll always love you,
You're drunk.
baby.
Shut up, you old bat! Hey, Jen, look, I'm sorry. Jen, please come back. Look, please, forgive me. Here. Play. Jen, look, I screwed up the first time, sweetheart. I know I did, but it's not going to happen again. I mean it. It's not going to happen. You know why? Bob Hooper called. He did. Come back to me now, Jen. I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Sir, grab your clothes. Let's go.
Bob Hooper.
It's my broker. So if you're looking for a broker, I can recommend him. He's a good bloke.
You're bankrupt.
That was before I met Bob. Look, he's got inside knowledge, and you need inside knowledge in the markets, otherwise you're stuffed.
I suppose Bob helped you realise that.
Yeah, he's helping me get out from under. Chilean wine futures. Look, a while ago, there was a flyer in my letterbox. There was some lecture about how to get into the Chilean wine industry. I was broke at the time, but this was free, so, you know. I rocked up, and Bob was there. I mean, Bob was running it. Right now, he's an agent for a winery that's looking for capital because they want to start producing in a couple of years' time. And he was great. I mean, he was great. He had charts. He had projected earnings, rates of return. I tell you what, it was a license to print money.
So you went in?
Yeah, I was bankrupt at the time, and my wife had walked out on me.
What, and you thought this would get her back?
Well, this will get her back.
How?
Because this one's going to work. Come on, the wine industry's booming. The exports are going through the roof. We're going to be rich.
You're a bloody idiot, mate.
Look, it's raining in the Lontu Valley, right? I mean, the Merlot's grown like topsy, and Bob reckons they're going to start harvest in a couple of weeks' time. All I got to do is sit back and, just wait for the checks to roll in.
How much is that going to be?
It's more than you two'd make in a bloody lifetime.
Willful and obscene exposure.
You'd be locked up for stupidity as well.
You know, I feel sorry for you, Frank. Now, things are finally working out for me, and anyone else would be happy for me. But not you. You know, I reckon it's got something to do with being a cop. You're always seeing the worst in people.
Let me tell you something, Teddy. You're not going to see 1 cent from that wine scam. Your wife's not going to come back to you. You see, people like you, mate, you're shark fodder. You've lost everything, you've saddled up for more, and I'm left running interference.
Listen, why don't you give Bob a call?
Don't worry, we will.
Mention my name, and if you drop the attitude, he might put a little package together for you.
I'll tell you what, bail him and make sure a stretch limo comes and picks him up, won't you?
Look, I know we haven't been seeing each other for very long, but I think I'm in love with you, Helen. No, really. I can't get you out of my mind. I think about you all the time. Even in court. I think about you at work. I think about us being together at the end of the day. I think about this. God, I think about this.
So do I.
live with you. And I want to pay your mortgage off.
You couldn't afford it, my darling.
Yes, I could.
Well, are you rich?
Yes. Well, my dad was. I inherited it, mostly shares. Well, what I thought I'd do is sell some shares and we could own this place together.
You'd be paying too much, though.
I don't care. I don't want to be a tenant. I want this to be my home, or our home. What do you think about it?
Yes. Yes, I'll think about it.
It's a bit out of the blue, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, what'd you say?
Said I'd think about it. It's a pretty generous offer.
Yeah, it depends how you look at it.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, you know, if you break up, you got to sell the place, right? So she loses a few $1,000s, but, you know, money's no problem for her. But you lose your home. How fond of her are you?
Ooh, pretty fond.
L word, you reckon?
Oh, I don't know, maybe. I think so.
Yeah?
So what would you do?
I don't know. I've got a terrible track record.
Well, that's true. I don't know. I suppose I could ask Frank.
Ask me what?
Who scored the only try in the 69 grand final?
Teddy Williams in the right-hand corner of the Paddington end. He only come on after half-time.
See, I told you.
Hey, we got a job. Tommy and Gav have come up with a floater.
His name's Hooper. Bob Hooper.
Right, Teddy Spiro.
Hang on, did that mag just come out of Teddy's place?
That's him. Water Police 200. We're in pursuit of a blue Mercedes. Alpha, Donald Thomas, 68F. Heading west on Concord Street.
Copy that, Sydney Water Police 200. Standing by for cars to assist Water Police 200.
Through road.
Police, drop the guns!
Get out of the car and drop your
Drop
guns!
the guns!
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground!
Down now!
Get down on
Drop
the
the
ground!
guns
It's the
now!
police!
Drop the gun, come on, put it down on the ground, boys! Do it!
Drop your weapons on the
that's
ground!
right. Drop
Get
it!
down on the ground! On the ground!
Get
down on the ground!
So you all right?
Yeah.
Look, what's going on here, Teddy? Hey, first Daphne Potter tries to kill you, then these blokes. These blokes have already got to Bob Hooper. Who do they work for?
Snapper Hayes. Heavy duty loan shark. I owe Snapper 100 grand.
So the truth comes out, eh? Been getting your hands dirty, mucking around with the big boys.
It's Johnny Turner. Assault with intent to murder, firearm offences, GBH. He's not a very nice fella. But I tell you, his mate's worse.
Ballistics will match their guns with a bullet hole in Bob Hooper. Nothing surer.
So why would Snapper Hayes send two of his finest thugs to murder your finance broker?
There's no winery.
Start from the beginning.
I borrowed money from Snapper to buy into the Chilean winery. Now I find out there's never been a winery. Bob who'd been running the wine scam for 2 years. Guess he must have made millions out of blokes like me.
Snapper's men told you this?
He must have got wind that Bob was going to bail. Because he got suspicious.
So, Snapper picked up Bob Hooper and made him talk. Snapper realised he's out 100 grand and you couldn't pay him back. So, he killed Hooper, then sent his blokes after you.
Yeah.
Jeez, I tell you, you ought to be dead twice over, mate. But you were going to walk out of here without a scratch. Now, just one thing we want to know. Yeah.
Why did Daphne Potter try to kill you?
I don't know.
Spiro's lying. He knows why Potter wanted to kill him. He knows, but he's not telling us. Why? What's he got to hide? Snapper Hayes and Daphne Potter both wanted Teddy Spiro dead. It can't be coincidence.
Not with 100 grand at stake.
Potter could have been working for Hayes.
Ah, it's unlikely. I mean, she's a con woman, not a killer. And besides, she's too old and she's got a bad heart.
No one turned up at her funeral. What other leads we got?
Retirement village. I'm off to see if she had any other visitors. Don't think too hard.
Yes, of course I recognise this man, Miss Potter's grandson.
Do you want to just have a look at the other ones?
No. Oh, I know this man. Sometimes I drop Miss Potter at the shops. I remember this man met her once. He also visited her occasionally.
Miss Busby, you said you didn't know Teddy Spiro.
Well, I recognised the photograph, but I never knew the man's name.
Right. Do you remember the last time you saw him with Daphne Potter?
Oh, I remember very well. It was the 2nd of last month. The day I became a great-aunt.
Right. Thank you.
Well, she's lying.
No, mate, you're lying. She's not lying, and you've been lying your way through this whole thing. Now, listen, you're going to start telling me the truth, or I'm going to take you down to the police centre, put you in a holding cell with Snapper Hayes and leave you to it, all right?
What, you got him?
Yeah, a couple of hours ago, and he's not going anywhere.
All right, look. I used to live a few doors down from Daphne when I was a kid. I haven't seen her since then. 2 years ago, I bump into her. I really need the money. She introduces me to Snapper Hayes.
Yeah, what sort of commission?
3% of my return at the winery. It's about 30 grand. Anyway, a couple of days ago, she shows up at the wharf and she wants some money. And Snappers. Well, I don't have it. She tries to kill me.
I don't believe it. I mean, you thought you were going to be rich. Why would they kill you? All they had to do was wait a couple of weeks.
All I know is that heading up the harbour, the news comes through that it's raining and chilly. That last possible moment, it was too late for Daphne. Look, I went from being a dead man to a millionaire. I had my family back. All the money I've ever dreamt of. Do you know what that feels like?
No. But why didn't you tell us this from the start?
Because I was scared of Snapper Hayes. You saw what he did to Bob Hooper.
What's all this?
It's Bob Hooper's Chilean wine scam.
What? We've got too much on already, haven't we?
Oh, all right. I'll stay back, give you a hand.
Oh, no. We'll be right, won't we?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks anyway, Helen.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, you too. Right, let's get into this.
Hi, honey. I'm home.
Now, I just want you to know that red meat is fine occasionally, but you're not having it every night.
Oh, what's going on? Jeez, stupid cop. I mean, shelf companies, trusts, holding companies, transfers overseas. Who knows where the money went?
Look, I've found a receipt here for $380 from Teddy Spiro.
Great.
Look at the date.
3rd of this month.
Yep. The day after he met Daphne Potter. Where's the box for the computer records? Where is it?
Well, you need to know these things before you move in. Don't want you homeless in a fortnight.
Well, I don't want to be homeless in a fortnight. Besides, legally, I don't think you can evict me.
Oh, excuse me, it's my house.
Well, our house? You pay me rent. Only on paper, no money would change hands. I'd still nominate my place that I've got now as my principal place of residence.
Well, is that legal?
Yeah, all the receipts would prove it. Gotta make this an investment property. If I'm going to claim on the repayments, I have to be showing a return.
What repayments are they?
The mortgage repayments.
Well, you said you weren't going to take out a mortgage. You were going to sell some shares?
Well, I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, there's no point. I can get an interest-only loan at a fixed rate over 5 years, and when it falls due, I just roll it over.
You're sounding like an advertisement.
Well, when we do this, we might as well benefit financially from it. I'm just being sensible.
Right?
Hey, how about on the weekend we go and buy some curtains?
Oh, Teddy's got a life insurance policy after all. $500,000. Check out who it's with.
The Kong Fat Far East Friendly Society. Singapore, geez. What is it with this guy? What's wrong with the NRMA?
Look at the beneficiaries.
Jenny Spiro, 30,000 to be paid to Daphne Potter. Man, oh man.
Yeah, I met Bob Hooper. Only once or twice, though.
Didn't like him?
He was a slime. He tried coming on me once when Teddy left the room. And he wanted me to invest with him, too.
Did you?
No, of course not.
Your husband did.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. What was it this time?
You didn't know anything about it?
No.
The winery in Chile? $100,000 he borrowed from Snapper Hayes? The drought?
No, I didn't know.
Did you know that your husband has an insurance policy for $500,000 and that you're the main beneficiary?
Listen, what's all this about?
Just answer the questions, please, Mrs. Spiro.
No, I didn't know.
Have you ever met this woman?
No.
Her name's Daphne Potter. The day after your husband met her, he took out this policy.
Look, I've never heard of her.
Well, in the event of your husband's death, she gets $30,000.
4 days ago, she shot your husband in the chest at point-blank range.
Look, why are you doing this? I mean, I haven't done anything wrong.
Mrs. Spiro, did you hire Daphne Potter to kill your husband?
No, I didn't. I'll have to answer it. It might be about the baby. Hello?
Interview suspended at 11:15.
It's Teddy. He's drunk. He's threatening to kill himself if I don't come back.
My bloody wife! That's fair enough!
Oh, Teddy, come on. Hey, come on, come on. What are you doing?
Where's my wife? Send her over!
I'm here, Teddy.
Send her over now!
All right, but you put that lighter down. Come on, Teddy. Hey, listen. Look, mate. Teddy, come on, eh? Hey, come on. You're not a bad man. Come on, you're not a crazy man either. Look, you just want to get your family back to you, don't you? That's what this is about. That's what the winery was all about, wasn't it, eh? Everything you've done so far is to get Jenny to come back to you. Isn't that right? Oh, mate, come on. This isn't the way you're going to do it. No way. No, you've got to do the right thing. You've got to put that down, and you can go to her, all right? Jenny!
Teddy?
Come on, Teddy. Come on, put it down, eh?
You're lying to me, Frank.
Look, I'm not lying to you, am I? Look, just do the right thing and drop that stuff. Do it. Put it down. That's it.
Jenny! Come on. I'm sorry.
You ever thought about suicide?
Oh, never really seriously. But tell me, why the insurance policy?
Snapper Hayes was getting, he's getting pretty antsy. If it wasn't going to rain in the next 6 weeks, then the harvest would be a complete disaster, and he would have blown his $100,000. So I took out the policy, promised Daphne $30,000 if she killed me before Snapper did.
So it hadn't rained for 6 weeks, and 4 days later, Daphne Potter turns up to carry out the contract.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking to her at this quiet spot, and all of a sudden, on the radio, there's the news. It's raining in Chile. That exact moment, she pulls the gun on me. I tried to tell her to stop, but she wouldn't listen to me.
Is that your final decision?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Why? It's my fault, isn't it? I pushed you. I moved too fast. I always do this. I ruin things. It's just I wanted this so much.
So did I.
Then why?
You don't value things like I do, Gillian.
You think I'm a spoiled bitch, don't you?
I didn't say that.
Oh, don't talk about nuance, Ellen. I'm a solicitor, for God's sake.
This is my home, right? When I ask someone to share it with me, I want them to treat it like a home. You've turned it into some kind of investment.
Fine. That's your choice.
Gillian, you do not have to go.
Yes, I do. We're wasting our time.
I'm going to call you.
Don't bother.
So, what's going to happen to me now?
You'll be charged with manslaughter for the death of Daphne Potter.
Well, Jen would have been better off if I had been killed.
I don't think so. I don't think Daphne Potter would have been better off either. You see, we tried to pull out your insurance policy yesterday. There is no Kong Fat Far East Friendly Society in Singapore.
It doesn't exist. Never has. Just like the winery.